with rounds in the steeple is the advantage of leading and getting a clear water jump and getting a clear hurdle actually is pretty great. So it's natural to crave to want to be in that spot, which like my teammate Gabby craved that and she got up there. So for me in the rounds, it's more challenging to just be like, don't go, don't go, don't go, just like, because it's claustrophobic a little bit when you're in that pack. So yeah, the first 2 laps were super relaxed and slow, and then we started running somewhat honest the second half, and I wanted the last 600 or 800, or really, yeah, last 600 to be slightly more of an effort, so that Saturday, when I probably have to run very fast at the end, I didn't just jog for 10 minutes. I wanted to get a little bit of a effort in that last 600, so it was good, yeah.
I saw you getting stopped by a bunch of fans afterwards.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, Nick.
Explain what happened.
So a woman who came and raced Elk Run 5K, something Kyle's never done, a woman who came and raced Elk Run came up and she's like, oh, we partied together once at Elk Run, and I was like, oh, great. She was standing next to a man, I was talking to this woman, then this man's camera came in for a picture right after the girl walked away, so I just leaned in, and then I looked back and he's like, you don't even recognize me, and it was Nick Willis, one of the greatest to ever do it, 4-time global medalist, maybe, is it more?
I think it's only 2. 2?
It's 4 in my heart. Nick is a really great person, and he looks like this woman's husband also. Yeah, it was quite embarrassing.
Can you talk about your decision? You're in Europe, you're ready to go, you're in Switzerland, right?
I'm in my zone, I'm
Why?
in Switzerland.
Did you come back?
Yeah, so I raced LA and felt super great, felt really strong, and then I just didn't recover in time from that race to race well in Florence. I felt like shit in Florence. And so we really just we did a couple workouts right when we got to San Moritz to see all right, can I bounce back from Florence and enter Oslo feeling like I could really perform well. And the workouts were still just showing I was not really recovered from either effort. So we just made the more grown-up decision to just reset, recover, and then build again. And things have gone really well. Obviously the priority is USA's. The priority for me is always the steeple. So if I have to pull out of a great flat 3K, I love racing Oslo. I was really disappointed to not go, but it's a really easy priority and a good decision to make.
Is that your decision or Joe's decision? I mean, at this point in your career, the veteran in you probably knows, you don't have to do every Diamond League just because you're able to.
Right. Joe is I'm sure every athlete has this where they're the ones that want more is more is more. I want to do it, I want to do it all, and your coach has to pull you back a little. So Joe came to the realization that we shouldn't race days before I did, and I was still head in the sand. I can do it. And then you track enough data and you're like, oh shit, that's not good enough. And I could probably go out there and run 8:45 and have a fine day, but if I want to go out there and run in the low 8:30s my plan was, it wasn't gonna happen based on what we were learning. So Joe makes the decision first, and I eventually realize he's right.
You're 10-0 in this meet full time. Does that weigh on you, or you do you have pressure from that, or is it something you want to defend? How do you approach that?
Every year is Groundhog's Day in the sense that it repeats, where there's the same nerves, there's the same very high level competition, Olympic medalists, world medalists, NCAA record holders. There's always great competitors. So it never gets easier and the pressure never lets up, but it does, there's a routine in it and a piece in that routine, and whether it's defending 2 titles or defending 10 titles, the goal is always make the team. And beyond that, it's win-win-win, but it's tough and it never gets easier, and the competition's really great. So I try to just trust myself and know that this is what my body really knows what to do. I get here and I get to the starting line at Hayward and I feel like a Superman, and I don't get that other places. I try and mimic that at Worlds, I try and mimic that at the Olympics, and I don't get that. And it's something special about the US Championship, and yeah, I'm hopeful that I can make this team, but obviously defending the title is a big goal as well.
You've been one of the best in the world in this event for probably more than a decade at this point. Do you feel old? Is there stuff you can't do that you could do 5 or 6 or 10 years ago?
You know, it's funny, I think, I look back at some of my old logbooks, and there's workouts that I would do that were great, but I didn't have the, like, true well-rounded fitness to, like, have those one-off great track workouts mean anything. So, like, I've been doing killer, cool, impressive track sessions for a decade, but, like, every year other pieces of the puzzle come together to make that work more useful and more relevant, kind of. And so I really think since really the work I've done since even just 2019 has been like filling in those cracks a little bit more. And I think like as soon as you start calling yourself old, your body starts listening. So like I don't feel old. I'm seasoned, I'm a veteran, but I'm 32. I still got some, you know, some juice in this body. So I definitely feel like I have so much still that I want to achieve, and there's always things that I see and Joe reveals of like areas I need to get better at. And so I don't feel like I've tied up my track career, even just in training, with a nice little bow. Like I've done it all. Like I still have so much I want to unlock and do, even just in training and obviously on the track as well, that yeah, I feel like I got a long road ahead of me.
So we'll see you in 2028 then?
Well,
committed to a home Olympics?
There could be a 37-year-old steepler in LA 2028. You know, could be me. Why not?
What'd you think when you saw Gerudo in Japan?
I get ripped if I really talk about it, but I think, as we have said, if there is a really unbelievable performance that's not backed up with years of similar performances, you know, like everyone has trajectories, and if there's out of nowhere stuff, I think it's fair to be a little suspicious. And so yeah, the Diamond League this year is an incredibly different event. No one's broken 9 yet, and I think it's a very clean field internationally right now. The women that are racing are running these times year after year after year, low 9 minutes. So I think the women's steeple right now is a really fair, a really great field of women, and I believe the 3 Americans that qualify can really be in the mix, because again, it's low 9 minutes is going to be on the podium, not 8:45 like Chip Kowich world record in 2018, was it? Or Nora's 9 flat pre-limit worlds last year. So I think there's a really great mix of women running low 9 minutes, and it's a cool, very cool event right now. It's anyone's game, and I unfortunately have not done great my last 2 Diamond Leagues, but I hope to be a part of that mix.
Yeah, the one in the water jump, was that like...
That was just me like... being an idiot. No, I hit the barrier with like the slippery part of my spike and just got... I think I was thinking of passing that athlete instead of thinking of like put my foot on the barrier, and I just got my head ahead of myself. So that was just me being stupid. Doha was like there was a collision, but Florence was just me being an idiot, and then me being like honestly too fatigued to really like have any energy to respond.
All right, thank you.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.